Tambalangon, Shirley May Lamban, Conrad Dave Tambalangon, and John Ray Dano.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Yes, let me just share my screen first. Again, first and foremost, I would like to greet our panels, our faculty and staff, and my fellow students a wonderful morning. I'm the seventh presenter, and my name is Conrad Dave Eslamban, and I'm here to present our research. And this research is co-authored by Mr. Johnny Ray T. Tambalangon, Ms. Shirley May Eldano, and Dr. Dindo Alcazar, entitled Facebook Page Post and Online Engagement Among Young Professionals of Businesses in Tagum City. So, one of the most prevalent advertisement channels on social media has ended up being Facebook, since it offers access to global target audiences and comprehensive available population information for precise targeted ads. However, there's a poor comprehension of the impacts on Facebook users' online engagement with products on the internet. Hence, user interaction was one of the most frequently debated subjects of social media studies, as Facebook account engagement is potentially impacting interaction. So, our main objective of the study is to determine if there is a significant relationship between Facebook page posts and online engagement among young professionals of businesses in Tagum City. So, for our theoretical framework, this study is anchored in the proposition of Shivik and Mikhails, who stated that Facebook pages play a key role in the future of marketing, for it may increase customers' online engagement. And supported by Pin Luarn suggestion that advertising and material form of post have a direct influence on online user engagement. So for the significance of our study, so this study may serve as a foundation for young business professionals in Tagum City to provide them with objective data and truthful information on the growth of their online campaigns and promotions. Next is for the academic world, in particular for local researchers. Integrating the teaching of the impact of the internet and social networking platforms would enable them to recognize the charging or the changing rather social media landscape of the country, as well as to improve contact processes in the industry. Lastly, the findings of the study may serve as the foundation of marketing students or my fellow marketing students in learning the context of Facebook page posts in terms of online engagement and function as a guide for their potential research practices and for the execution of their own research studies. Now for the method of our study. So the research design is quantitative non-experimental research utilizing correlation technique. And for our research respondents, we have the young professionals of businesses in Tagum City between 21 to 35 years old using snowball sampling technique. So we do have a total of 200 respondents from different businesses in or from young professionals from different businesses in Tagum City. So for the research instrument, we use a research-made survey questionnaire. So for the research tools or the statistical tools, we use the mean and Pearson R. Now for the results and discussion, for our first variable, which is the level of Facebook page posts among young professionals in Tagum City, with the following indicators: vividness and interactivity, with an overall mean of 4.0 and the standard deviation of 0.74, descriptive level as high. So, which means that or the result indicates that the Facebook page posts among young business professionals in Tagum City was much evident in the vividness and interactivity in most cases. Now, for our second variable, the level of online engagement among young professionals in Tagum City with the following indicators: informational, entertainment, remuneration, and social posts with an overall mean of 3.97, standard deviation of 0.72, with descriptive level as high. So this indicates that online engagement of young business professionals in Tagum City was much observed in the areas of the following indicators. So as you can see that informational with the mean of 4.07 is the indicator with the largest mean. So this indicates that most of the research respondents depend heavily on articles that offer reliable and succinct details regarding the products or services. So for the indicator with the lowest mean, which is the social post with a mean of 3.92, this shows that young professionals are less likely to be drawn to a role that does not recognize the relation with their target audiences. Now for the result of the correlation between Facebook page post and online engagement among young professionals in Tagum City, as we can see here that the p-value of 0.001 is less than the significant level of 0.05. So this indicates that there is a strong relationship between Facebook page post and online engagement. And the result also yield an R value of 0.639, which indicates that there is a positive correlation between Facebook page post and online engagement among young businesses, young business professionals in Tagum City. Therefore, when Facebook page post increases, the online engagement also increases. So such results will inspire Facebook user managers to establish interaction tactics that can activate fans' interest and increase brand acceptance in the long run. Now for the recommendation based on the result of our questionnaire. Um, so we recommend that the use of interactive posts that blend seamlessly with powerful humorous impact, such as surveys or polls and sensible dramas that are relatable, like short films or inspirational content, to be able to capture the audience emotional, not only their attention but also their emotions as well. So for the next recommendation, we recommend to produce a simple and trendier post that encourages users to comment, like, and share, as well as posting excellent features that will allow customers to share their opinion. So that will be all for my presentation for the Facebook page post and online engagement among young professionals of businesses in Tagum City. I am now open for some insights and questions from our panel of judges.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Lamban. This time, let me call on Dr. Silod for comments and reactions.
Okay, Mr. Lamban, thank you, Ma'am Richelle. Mr. Lamban, thank you for that presentation. I just have one question. Um, what could be the implication of your study in the business aspect?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that question. So the implication of this study, since right now, due to the pandemic, we are actually dealing all the transaction and all the classes online. I'm actually this study was conducted before the pandemic, and um, gladly this study is relevant on this unprecedented time, that the use of Facebook page is really um, important or as a big aspect on how to promote a business, because as we all know that some businesses were closed due to the pandemic. So utilizing our study can be able to help the businesses to be able um, to penetrate on social media, especially on Facebook, to be able to have to promote or to have
Businesses.
their brand awareness or to promote brand awareness.
Why not? I mean, why young professionals?
Oh yes, sir. Thank you so much. So why young professionals? Because young professionals between ages between 21 to 35 years old are most likely the most active in social media. They are the one who's really active in terms of online selling or also buying or searching products online. And Facebook is a platform where it is widely used by most of us in this time. So we conducted the study to young professionals since they are the ones who are more who spend more time in social media or Facebook page in particular.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Rachel.
Right. Thank you, Sir
Thank you, sir.
Inigo. Now let's call on Professor Petal Corin.
Okay, so good morning, no? So congratulations, Sir Conrad, no, for that presentation. May I know lang what were the backgrounds of the respondents that you have done? Since you have provided here no, that you had 200 respondents, so what were their background? I know na sa inyong paper, it was among young professionals na in Tagum.
Yes,
So
sir.
what were the different backgrounds of these young professionals?
Yes, sir. Thank you for that question. So for the young professionals, we distributed our survey questionnaire to different young professionals or different businesses in Tagum City, with the young professionals working at least 6 months or six months up to 1 year, since their opinion or they are more likely more established on the their or their job or their employment already, so they are capable to be able to buy to buy products or their necessities, and they're most likely to be the one who will purchase online.
Okay, so you mean um yung mga ano, yung mga participants nyo, so akala ko sila yung ano in my understanding, I thought sila yung may mga businesses. So the other way around pala.
Yes po.
Sila yung mga potential clients ng online businesses.
Yes,
Tama
sir.
ba? Is that right?
Yes po.
Okay, kasi sa ano kasi sa pagbasa ko kasi sa objectives niya dito sa inyong paper, to find out the level of Facebook page posts among young professional of businesses in Tagum City. So, akala ko sila yung mga young professionals that are connected to businesses and yung kanilang engagement online. So, customers pala sila dito. Tama ba?
Yes po, sir.
So, hindi pala sila yung may business. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, yun. So, ano lang, no, suggestion ko, comment, no, na pakiklaro doon sa, sa inyong objective, no, kasi, pati doon, kasi yun pala, customers pala sila, hindi pala sila yung nagbebenta. Tama ba? Understanding ko
Yes po, sir, since our aim
based
po is
sa
to
ating hello?
oh yes, sir. Hello.
So, tama ba? Understanding ko na they are potential customers. They are, hindi sila yung nagbenta.
Yes, sir. Since our aim for this study is to help the businesses to be able to promote online or to promote their service or product online, sir, for the young professionals who are more likely to be their audience or their target customers.
Okay. So, sige. No further questions po, ma'am.
Thank you. Now let's proceed to Professor Sabado.
Hello, good morning,
Hello,
no?
sir. Good
Okay.
morning.
Sige, Conrad. Okay. Yeah, yun yung observation with same with Sir Petalco rin, no? Kanina, as I reading your manuscript, no? Yung sa MRAD ninyo, I was thinking, no, yung mga business owner, no? Pero ito pala, so nasagot na yung question ko na nun, na it is the potential young professional target customers ng mga online businesses na nagpo-promote ng business nila through Facebook. Okay, what specific online engagement are you trying to dig out with this young professional as your guide, no, as your driver to get them as your potential market? What specific online engagement? Anong mga engagement na yan? Kasi ay ano ba, kasi Facebook page tapos online engagement. Ano yan, yung response, inquiries ng mga potential customer or by just viewing those posts online?
Yes, sir. Thank you for that question. So, actually, in Facebook advertising, one indication that the post is a successful one is if that post is being shared and uh, reacted with multiple users, and the more people we reach is the more people will be able to or more people will be aware of our brand, and they will be able to like to inquire, since they are as we all know that today the what's trending in our social media is what people usually talked about. So that's our target for that one.
Okay, sige. Kasali dito yung nagbo-boasting,
Um,
Facebook boasting. Kasi it
we
would be somehow, ano kasi, in terms of engagement, pag nagbo-boasting ka kasi, iba kasi yung, in fairness to the businesses kasi, iba kasi yung magiging online engagement ng naturally posted ng page ng isang business into a business that pays the Facebook to boost their ads and their posts. Did you try to look into these things? Kasi baka it might be ba iba-iba yung result ng dalawang ito, yung two groups na ito.
Yes, sir. For our study, sir, we focus on the content itself, or the content creation. For the we believe that this study, if being improvised to content creation, that will the content creation will be a great use for the Facebook advertising. So it's like we are the basis of the content creation, and the content creation will be the basis for the Facebook advertising.
Okay. Sige. Okay, wala na akong tanong, yun lang. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, panel reactors, and to our dear presenters, congratulations. Now let's move on